While we were replicating the study by Willis and Mason that was conducted in 2014, we came across some research that was very beneficial to us and supported a little bit of what we were doing. And one of the very first ones that we looked into was a study conducted by Boxen, Harper, and Rowan, and this was conducted in 2011. This study focused on increasing the compliance rates while an individual engaged in on-task behavior. So compliance could be, what they used was compliance to demands such as picking up items from the floor and putting them in the trash can. And in our study, what could be parallel to it would be the compliance of engaging in whatever homework the participant had. For example, in our study, it was either listening to a lecture or it was reading a chapter book without engaging in disruptive behaviors. So the compliance here is more of the rate of them of the demands that were given, and in ours it was more of is maintaining engagement without engagement in disruptive behavior. But with this study, it was supporting the idea that implementing some type of reinforcement or implementing something can increase the rate of compliance while an individual was engaging in on-task behavior. So in this study, they did notice an increase in the compliance rate while the individual engaged in on-task behavior, which was super awesome. Again, they were using positive and negative reinforcement to increase these compliance rates. In addition to this study, we found a study that demonstrated an increase in on-task behavior with the use of cell monitor interventions. So this study was conducted by Coyle and Cole in 2004. In this study, they used something that was a little more parallel to what we were doing. So they used videotaped self-modeling in order for the individual to self-monitor themselves. In the program was that they would be videotaped and then they would watch this videotape of them engaging in on-task behavior. So like in this study, ours was to use an application, and we used iConnect, the iConnect application, and they were using videotape self-modeling instead. So in this study, they selected 3 children who were all male, and they had a diagnosis of autism, and they're participating in this study that was targeting the increase of on-task behavior. What they did was the researchers recorded the children engaging in on-task behavior. They recorded these videos, and while they were doing intervention, they played those videos for the child. So in the beginning of the intervention session, they would show the video to the child and then say something along the lines of, okay, watch this video, this is you doing really well. And the child would watch these videos, and they would be observing themselves engaging in appropriate on-task behavior. When the video was done, they were given some tasks that were in order for them to stay on task, and data was conducted on the duration of the on-task behavior. This study demonstrated an increase in on-task behavior using those videos as intervention. So again, during the Coyle and Cole research in 2004, the 3 children, male children who were used in the intervention, in the research demonstrated an increase on on-task behavior with the use of those videotapes.